Hey folks, Big Deano here again. This time taking a look at something I really didn't think I was going to. As some of you probably know, I'm definitely no fan of the Hasbro Black Series figures. I generally just don't think they are high enough quality to be considered collector's items, frankly. Especially compared to figure arts and occasionally Mayfex. But yeah, this guy has, for once, actually proved me wrong. Now, he's not perfect by any means, don't get me wrong, which I will be getting into in a second, but as it stands just now, he's probably the best 6-inch scale Darth Vader figure for your display. But yeah, let's get into the box first of all, shall we? See if I can get him out the way without it darkening the entire screen. Right, so this packing, it's nostalgic. It would help if I could actually speak today. It is nostalgic in that the original figures from years back actually came in these types of boxes, and they're just scaled up for the 6-inch scale. The downside is that once these are open, there ain't no way of keeping them pristine. I've managed to keep the blister on it, but that's why we're using boxes now, folks. And that's just one of the reasons why I dislike, well, not all the Black Series have this sort of issue. I think it's more just the 40th anniversary figures. But yeah, unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, I don't have the display base that comes with this one. As of this recording, the only way to get this Vader is in a quote-unquote early bird type pack. It's a normal release as far as I'm aware. It just comes in a big massive box and is double the price of a Black Series figure. The only reason I got this one was because it basically didn't have some of the parts. I got it cheap off Amazon at the price of a basic Black Series figure. So yeah, that's the only reason I've got this. But decent packing nonetheless. It's even got the displays at the back. Oh god, I've just noticed that 3PO. That thing is horrific. But yeah, let's get the box out of the way, shall we? No one ever comes to these reviews to see the boxes. So yeah, Vader himself. He looks, for the most part, really good. The helmet looks perfect. The cape could have done with some work. I mean, the original Black Series Vader was horrific, but at least the cape, well, as you can see, they've literally just cut it out in a big circle. And at certain points, it doesn't really droop perfectly. I mean, you can see right there, it sort of bunches up. But it does have the A New Hope over-the-shoulder look for his undergarment. But yeah. Taking a quick look at his only accessory, because the Black Series really don't seem to like giving out any sort of accessories whatsoever. We have his lightsaber, which can pop off. You can have it as both. We'll leave that off for now. Actually really well detailed. I am impressed. I didn't think Hasbro had it in them to make something so small, so detailed. Unfortunately, while it does have the loop to go on his belt, they've made the belt in a soft rubber, so it literally does not want to stay on. I mean, it's literally impossible. And if you do, it just sticks out, like really unnaturally, so completely wasted opportunity there. This should have been solid, Hasbro. Really should have been. I know you like using soft plastic because, I mean, you are a kids figure company after all, but still, I mean, the softness of it, going on to one of my major gripes, does show through. Most Black Series figures tend to have soft joints. This one isn't as bad, but as you can see, the legs are a bit loose there, and there's some give at the knee because of the weird double jointedness that they'd always do. That's the same at the arms. I mean, as far as I can tell, they're supposed to be ratchety, but they don't actually touch. There's barely enough friction to hold it. And this one's a little bit better. It does have some sort of give to it. But yeah, overall, it is a great figure. I mean, like I said, it's not perfect, but I mean, I don't know what else to say really. I've kind of ran out of like my usual because he doesn't have any accessories. Yeah, let's continue with articulation, shall we? Let's pop this off, which is easy enough to do. Just shove that to the side so that we can actually see what we're doing. There we go. Quite easy. You could really pop that off. That's probably just glued, so you can put it underneath to have a more normal Darth Vader look. But I'm keeping him as the A New Hope version because the Mafex Rogue One Vader actually has these underneath. So yeah, we'll see how that one is when it comes out. But yeah, back to articulation. He can kind of look up, kind of look down. He's got side to side, again, really soft at the helmet. I suppose that would be alright if you consider that you could actually accidentally snap it off. But yeah, not buying that one, to be honest with you. His arms can go out like so. They are unhindered. He can go 360, and quite a nice little thing that Hasbro tend to do is actually make it so that the shoulder pad goes inside the armour, meaning there's no need to have it as a floating piece or anything like that. You do get a 90-degree bend at the bicep, as well as swivel and hinge on the hand. Thank goodness they actually put it in a decent pose this time, because you can use it to like dual wield his lightsaber in a two-handed pose. But yeah, he does have waist articulation, but it's a bit hindered by, well, basically everything. He does have decent range in the knees and legs, although the knees look absolutely horrific. I mean, come on, Hasbro, you can do better than that. Even Hasbro can do better than that. And he has hinge and swivel and an ankle rocker. So he can get in some wide angle poses, but he's Darth Vader, he won't really be going in any wide angle poses, will he? And so yeah, the articulation's good, if a bit loose at the legs and the arms. And yeah, and the waist. But he stands up alright enough, so I'm not going to take too much of the mick out of it, to be honest. As for the details, they're mostly alright. The only bit I can really see is this piece here. It's not lined up, but even Figure Arts does that sort of mess up now and again. And the helmet, surprisingly, does have the slight brown tinge that he had in A New Hope. and there is some slight silver detailing on the mask to kind of bring out the details when the light's shining on it. So let's pop that back off and put this monstrosity back on. There we go. Really easy to modify the cape, to be honest, with probably the old Black Series one, I would say. But yeah, guys, apart from that, the paint apps are decent, and yeah, sorry this one was a bit rambly, but I mean, like I said, there's not much to say about this guy, other than for a Black Series I am impressed, and that's pretty difficult for me to say, to be honest. But I mean, I'm a reviewer, I need to be unbiased, and yeah, for now this guy is the head of my display. So yeah, guys, if you can get him for like the price of a Black Series, then by all means do so, but I do not recommend you wasting your money on the early bird promo BS that Hasbro seem to think they can get away with. From what I gather, it's just a piece of cheap hollow plastic that you can pop your figures onto. But yeah, guys, that'll do it for this review. So until the next time, I shall see y'all later.